sorry. That was just a question I haven't really thought about before. I mean, I've had other squaddies say to me, you're not alone, or you don't deserve what's happened to you, and during them few seconds, I feel that closure, I feel that support, and I feel that everything is going to be okay, but it's something that can change in a few seconds.
The year was 1993, around mid-late March. I was 18 years of age at the time, still studying in school. One day my mother sent me to go and fetch water. On my way to the water well, 3 men with guns that looked like rifles approached me. They were members of the IRF, Revolutionary United Front. They asked where I was going. I said I was going to the water well to gather water for my mother. And they responded, well, now you have a choice to make. Either join us or die.
Slaughtered civilians are still engraved in my deep memory. In 1998, I accepted honorary membership at the European Academy of Arts, right after I completed Military Academy for Communications in Zagreb, Croatia. That is also same year when Kosovo and Serbia war broke out. The reason of this war was the violence of Serbian security forces on Albanian ethnics and the expulsion of all Albanians from all official jobs. Since the day this war started, my life started taking a different direction. A direction I never thought I was ever going to take.
I remember being a kid, would always be in my bedroom, playing with me action figures and toy soldiers. Then when I was around the age of 19, I remember telling my mum that I was going to join the army. She wasn't happy, must admit, but she knew what I was like, so she accepted my wishes. So I packed my bag and I travelled to Pierbright, where I did my training. Of course, they were part of our team. They were a very key element into our success, as they knew the land better than we did, and they could reason better with the locals than we could. There was always a segregation between the two though, as you would have 2 sides to a compound. One side being the British side, and the other side being the AA side, or how other people like to call it, the alien side.
It's inside. It doesn't go anywhere. I see them every single day. I see them as they're right here, right now.
We'd been attacked at Trukaka, and we pushed them back. We managed to capture a few. They were all in uniform, so we disarmed them and took their weapons, 6 of them. I was there with Zdralos, Danilo, and Dragan, and they ordered me to kill them, so I took my knife and
But did you know that these people were your neighbours?
No. We found out later that they came from Visco.
I hope that we are going to win. We will win. Because we didn't do anything wrong. We are just defending our country. The first time, it was extremely easy. Everyone would laugh if I tell about it. I was the sniper on duty on a post. I had just got a new gun sight and I didn't learn how to use it yet. I decided to try it out. I arrived at the post. Gun sight was blurry. I leaned down on a trench and started adjusting it. Not even 10 seconds passed, and I see an enemy observer appeared on the other side. The way he emerged only happens in films. He was exactly in my crosshairs and with range correction. I didn't need to do anything. He just popped out for me.
It was draining my soul and destroying my will to continue with my own life. Saying goodbyes to my little kids and my wife, knowing I might never see them again. And that was hard. My journey in this war started with the most horrific and barbarian attack on Albanian civilians in Rechak village of Kosovo. I was 35 years old at the time. I never trained for war. That wasn't my job.
I had no choice but to join. For my sake, and more importantly, for my family's sake. My family were unaware of my whereabouts, and I've been absent from them for about 3 years. I was fighting in the front line for the IRF, having to ambush several locations, going from checkpoint to checkpoint. The IRF were known for rape, mass killings and amputation. Fode Sanko was chief of the IRF and had planned an attack on the district of Kalihun. It was a province for the diamonds of the eastern part of the country. Charles Taylor was another rebel leader for the National Patriotic Front of Libya, who assisted Sanko.
The AA liked to deal with situations on their own behalf rather than follow the British. So there was always a lack of mutual respect between us. They're very devious at what they do. If there's women, if there's children, don't bother them. They will rape and torture the women, making them a slave to the Taliban. And if they were to fall out in line in any way, they'd be stoned. And for the children, the boys would be forced and brainwashed to join them. And if they didn't, they would behead their father. And for the girls, they would keep them as slaves and then rape them once they had blossomed.
I just had to hold the rifle butt firmly against my shoulder and press the trigger. I did that, and then I hid. I didn't see the result of the shot. Whatever, I thought. 1 hour and a half later, my post was subjected to heavy caliber fire, so I thought that I had hit them.
Then Stralos threw one on the floor and hit him with a gun, and he told me to take the knife and kill him. So I took my knife, I grabbed him by his hair, I pushed his head into the ground, and I slit his throat. And then the others killed the other three. They had some food, they had some jewelry. I just took everything that was valuable to us and we left. That's it.
Why did you do it?
Because we could.
days later, me and a few RAF members were patrolling the streets of Makeni, my home. While we were patrolling, I saw...
What did you see?
I need a moment. I need a moment. I saw my sister for the first time in 3 years. I told her to keep quiet so that the other RAF members did not notice. I made a lie, an excuse that I saw a couple of RAF members, a couple of boys, to recruit into the RAF. As the other RAF members left, I ran to embrace my sister and to inform my family that I am okay.
I have seen it all in one day. You know, the best of humans and the worst of humans. The images of slaughtered civilians are still engraved in my deep memory. I saw a kid around 9 to 11 years old with his eyes open, staring at the cold sky with a bullet on his forehead. That kid saw the world differently. He probably didn't even believe that people die. Imagine how scared he felt. Imagine his parents getting shot right after seeing what happened to their kid. The worst part is that the Serb barbarian soldiers didn't even believe that they were wrong. They thought what they had done was to be done, and that was the right way. He changed me.
They would use children to shoot over the top of them. They know you ain't gonna shoot back. They know you won't, because not only as a British soldier, but as a fucking decent human being, you wouldn't do that. Nobody would. I saw an Afghan soldier lose both legs to an IED explosion. I remember looking him on the ground and telling him to stay alive. He was only 18. It was a very testing day. It's nothing like getting shot at. You can deal with it as all the training you learn is in combat, but it's the IEDs that are the killer.
The moment after I left my duty on that post, I went to our advanced base in a village. At that moment, all I could think about was cheese and eggs. I was planning to buy them from a local lady, and I hoped that nobody buys them before me. Our chief of staff, he's an experienced sniper himself. He points at me and he says, "Look at her. That's how you do it. You kill one enemy with one shot." I met 5 people on my way to buy food. Everyone shook my hand and congratulated me on Cargo 200. Only then I registered that I had my first confirmed Cargo 200. Before that, the only thing that I could think about was making it time to buy my cheese and eggs.
Could you tell us what Cargo 200 is?
Cargo 200 is when you kill someone. Cargo 300 is when you wound someone.
Did you end up with many Cargo 200s?
Not so many, only a few. I would say about 20. 20, yeah. Other people have 100 in this war, or over 100.
I ran to embrace my sister and to inform my family that I am okay. That same day in the evening, We were sent to different villages. I led one group to a village away from the one that my family were in. This was to create a distraction. I managed to get to my home, and my entire family were happy to see me. But I had to inform them that the rebels are here and that we must leave. My grandfather shouted, "Soldier man, the car, we get for left here." So, my mother, my father, my grandparents and siblings grabbed our things and left. We managed to escape and take one last look at the village until the rebels arrived and set our home on fire. Our home, gone. And we left for Freetown.
They are horrible, horrible things. There was no time to think. There was no time to know what was going on until afterwards, like now, when you realise the seriousness of the situation. It made me miss my home. It made me miss my family. Sometimes it's the only thing that kept me going was thinking about home. When I came back from that tour, I couldn't sleep for probably 3 months. And still, to this day, I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about that day. But I know one thing for sure. I had no regrets. And I would do it all over again in a heartbeat.
He showed me the evil we were facing. And if we didn't do it, who was going to do it? Until NATO interfered with the help we needed, everything was in our hands. In the hands of people that never knew anything about war or how to fight in war. Yet, we're willing to give our lives for a free Kosovo. There is still bad blood. There will always be unfinished business for the families that have lost their kids, their husbands, their wives. There will still be that hate, and it's not gonna go anytime soon.
Being free, see my family, be with them every single day. That's what makes me very happy.
I really hope it's going to end as soon as possible. I want it to be over. But it looks like it's going to take some time. I think that I'm doing the right thing. I'm just protecting my country. I'm defending my country. So I guess the truth is on my side.
I think about the feeling that I had in those moments. The adrenaline, the thrill of the hunt, everything felt natural, primal. I was always like this. I was always ready for this kind of actions. It hasn't changed me. I am that man.
I couldn't save him. I tried, Puck. I couldn't. You couldn't even make heads or tails where they were. And what have I got left to show for it? A gun with no ammo and a fucking cigarette. Oh, life could get any fucking better, could it? I don't even know where the fuck I am. I'm in a fucking... I think there's people closing in. I don't know what's going on. I think I need to get out
that video right now. This is pretty much my last video. I don't know if I'm going to make this out alive. I just want you to know one thing, Mum. I love you, and I fucking tried.
I've written, this is the original letter that I had on me during this war. Mostéir sin súd na sa buisé, Eliain tánd am an rua, Mal cú teoft Jaco im, na san bhrásin Palluftúa. It's not going to have the same meaning and same power translated, but it means may my eyes shrink if I stop dreaming about your freedom. May my blood be cursed if they kill me without fighting.